Here we go. Happy hump day, y'all. Happy Wednesday. Happy September 2nd. Uh, another super humid, sticky. I'm not going to complain. It's better than nothing. So, hope everybody's doing well. Let's see who we got hanging out with us today. Man, we got a pretty good little crowd over here today. Not that we don't always. This guy here. I don't know what he's thinking. Apparently, his when he posted this last night, obviously, but apparently his little thing on his Facebook thing said 3 a.m. and I don't know why it would say 3 a.m. Pacific because it would be 6 a.m. Pacific. And that's what he's telling me here. He says, yeah, 3 a.m. Pacific is 6 a.m. Eastern. But mine said 9 a.m. So I don't know what that must. I don't know whether that's a Facebook glitch or what. But anyway, I guess we won't be seeing Mr. Fincham today. Troy Pritchard's in the house. How you doing? Another drizzly day in Michigan. All right. Good to see you, Troy. Big D's in the house from magnificent Brooklyn, Michigan, he says. Happy hump day to you, sir. Hitch Hamilton. Good morning from sunny Southwest Florida, headed to a record high 96. That's the record? I would have thought you'd gotten hotter than that. Here's a hot one right here 64, looking for a high of 103. That's just crazy, Mark. I couldn't live out there because the 54 sounds awesome, but man, it just, that big range, I would be going crazy. At least here in Georgia, you get up, it's already hot, and then it only gets hotter, and then cools back down to where it's just hot again. So not that big difference. Earl Walker's in the house. How you doing, Earl? In the 70s. That sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good indeed. Let's see here. Steven Toronto says, good day. Good day, Steven. How are you? Kevin Els is watching over there. South Africa somewhere, I think. Good morning, Kevin. There's Janet over on Facebook. Good old Janet. Always happy to see her little, what do you call that? Avatar, I guess. Clyde Labonte CNC's in the house. How you doing, Clyde? Good to see you. Gary Hammett Wood Creations. Paul Stewart. Good morning, Paul. How are you? LB Sharp. Hey, looky here. Here's the birthday boy. George Rothfuss has a birthday today, so everybody wish George a happy birthday. Happy birthday, George. I hope you're doing well today. Mr. Sisk is in the house. Morning, folks. New group, new day. Still cold rolled steel. Yeah. Yeah, that's what we like. That's what we like. I see Steve Gronsky's says 68 headed to 80. Thumbs up. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate it. We got a few of them over there. Mark says, looks like I need a shave. Yeah, I'm thinking about a new fall look. I don't know. It's only been a couple of days, so I'm not sure if it's going to make it, but I might do a new fall look, mix things up a little bit. I think it might go good with my buzz cut. I don't know. Janet says, don't know if you saw, but Don Pollard is in the hospital and asking for prayers. Don't know what's going on, but I do know she suffers from AFib. Okay. Well, prayers for Dawn. Then I did not see that, Janet. But thank you for making me aware. I will. I know she's on. I'm pretty sure she's on my friends list on Facebook. So I don't know why I hadn't seen it. I haven't been on there much this morning. So, but yeah, we'll send out some prayers for Dawn for sure. One of my old classmates, folks. That's who that is, and Janet is as well. So, known Janet a long time, I guess. How long we known each other, Janet? Been a long time. Let's see. Mike Reynolds is in the house. Good morning, folks, he says. Cloudy and muggy 77 here in the bluegrass. Hey, there's my favorite solar guy right here. How you doing, Ryan? Good to see you. Bill Hoffman is in the house. Good morning, Bill. Hope you're doing well. There's my buddy Jim Senecola, another Michigander. I guess that's what you call them. Leaves changing color already. Getting into autumn weather. We still got a ways to go for that here. There's my buddy Ray. Start a checklist for camper, pulling out Friday. First real trip for the weekend. Good. Yeah, this is, you kind of forget about stuff, I guess, because they don't talk about it much on TV. They're so too busy talking about all the bad stuff. But yeah, it's Labor Day weekend this weekend. So, usually cookouts and family gatherings and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, have fun, Ray. Oh man, I didn't scroll. Now this thing went crazy. Here we go. I'm back to where I was, I think. So it's that dry heat. Is that what you're saying, Mark? And that what they was saying in Arizona and stuff? It'd be like 128 or something, and they're like, "Oh, it's a dry heat." Not that bad. Too hot for me. There's Jesse from JJ's Woodshop. How you doing, Jesse? Good to see you. Mary Mallory's over there on Facebook this morning. How you doing, Mary? Hope you're doing well. Greg says, happy birthday, George. Hendrix Woodworking's here for a few. Good to see you. Glad you stopped by. More birthday wishes for George. We got a good group of folks here. Now, look at all those happy birthday wishes for old George. Yeah. Mark is going to have to get a new avatar. Yeah. Let's see here. There's some prayers for Dawn. Thank you, Troy. Ray wants to know where she's at. Janet says, when I asked her how long we've known each other, she says 200 years or so, I guess. And that's pretty close. That's pretty close, I guess. Long time. Michael Chipser says that Ryan Ballard is his favorite solar guy also. Yeah. Yeah, he's mine for sure. And in fact, I'll even go out on a limb and say he's my favorite Raspberry Pi guy too. Because he is the go-to guy when it comes to Raspberry Pi. Hey, I just made a rhyme. How about that? Doug says, can we get your favorite solar guy to do a lesson on solar for my students? Well, I don't know. We'd have to, maybe I need to get you and Ryan to hook up on Facebook Messenger or something and discuss that. That might be doable. Okay. Okay, Janet says, not sure, Ezekiel maybe. Okay. Yeah, great idea. That is a great idea. Do you well, I guess maybe you don't. Is that anything you already have going over there at that Area 31 thing, Doug? Is solar stuff? Yeah, more. That's what we said in about a baby's first words were usually, but it's a dry heat. That's funny right there. Mm. More birthday wishes for George. Yeah. Yeah, you're right about that, Gary. Georgia doesn't have the dry heat. We have that steam heat. Yeah, yeah, that's for sure. Okay, there you go, Doug. You got a winner right there. And you know what? What's going to happen now? Doug will be saying that Ryan is his favorite solar guy. So, uh, yeah, Ryan's been my favorite solar guy for a long time. He's the only solar guy I know, but still, that kind of makes him favorite by default. But yeah, Hitch says the Indianapolis airport has a huge solar field. Yeah, there's, I know probably none of you guys have been down here to it, but back in 1996, when Atlanta had the Olympics, back then I was living in Rockdale County, which is a neighboring county. And they bought a bunch of land and made the Georgia International Horse Park, and that's where they had all the equestrian events out there. And it's still a really nice. They have a super nice. They have like an Arnold Palmer designed golf course out there. A lot of condos and stuff, and in fact, that's where I go every. Well, I didn't go this year because they canceled it, but that's where I go every year for the Snapping Shoals EMC business meeting, and that's how I won my truck at that meeting in 2012. And it was in one of those equestrian, what do you call those things, pavilions or whatever it is, arenas. But yeah, as you drive out there, they have a huge. It may not be as big as the one at the airport, like Hitch is talking about, but they have a hill, and it's covered with nothing but solar panels. So Ryan says his aim is to be every Gorton person's solar guy. And then there was autocorrect there, so I don't know if he was trying to say Gatton person's solar guy. I'm not sure what he was trying to say. But all righty. Doug says, only what we do in our class. We have a solar farm powering a portion of our building. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think that'd be pretty neat if Ryan could work with you on something there. Maybe do a virtual thing. That's pretty cool. Wild Bill Larson. And I'm laughing because now I got other people calling him Wild Bill. I like to make up nicknames for folks if you haven't figured that out. It makes it more interesting. Yeah, Ron says you're trying to say Gatton person. Yeah. Georgia Power has miles of panels on Highway 96 headed from Macon to Pine Mountain. Yeah, the Snapping Shoals thing. I don't know where. I haven't been down by their main office building and stuff, but I bet you they have a bunch of them down there somewhere too, because they're always, they have like a little newsletter thing they put in the bill, the statement, the bill or whatever, and they're always talking about, if you want to get in on that, buy you some solar power somehow. I will do it, Doug. I will send him. I I think I've got your number. If you've sent me a text before, you're probably in my phone. So yeah, I will send him your contact info. Um, man, I'm kind of bummed a little bit, a little bit, not a whole lot, but and I'm sure maybe they'll get it ironed out. But my TV, I have a Vizio TV, and I've had it, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years maybe. I can't even remember when I bought it. But it's a nice TV. It's like a 65 inch. It's really nice. Got good, it's got the, well, it'll do what do you call it? 4K if anybody ever broadcasts in 4K. So it's a nice TV. But I was watching, and it's this, what do you call it? A smart TV where it's got the apps and stuff in it. And I was watching a little bit of a movie on Amazon Video, because when I click on my input, and normally it's on antenna if I'm watching just the local news or whatever, and then I move it over a couple of things to SmartCast, and then it will pop up and it'll have YouTube, Amazon Video, Hulu, all those silly apps. Most of them I don't use. Usually I just use YouTube and um, Amazon Video. So I watched a little bit yesterday, and then I went out and I shut it off, and I was out in the garage uh, getting my board and stuff set up for today's Gatton CNC Live at 3 p.m. Eastern. uh, and then when I came back in, I got everything set up, and I thought, okay, I think everything's working. So I came back in, and I thought, well, let me go see what other kind of, I like documentaries and stuff like that. So I went to flip it on. And when I flipped it to SmartCast, it never changed. The antenna broadcast was still on there, the regular channel. And I'm like, what the heck, And I remember yesterday morning when I got up and first turned on the TV, you can always tell when they do a update, because when you turn on the TV, you'll have this big V for Vizio, and it's got like, I don't know, wings on it or something, whatever their logo is. And so I thought, okay, they've done another update or something. But like I said, I watched Amazon Video sometime after that. But then when I went out in the shop and came back in, and again this morning, I'm not getting any of those apps. So when I looked on my phone, and it's, they have like a little troubleshooting thing, and it says, go to your menu and hit network, and then toggle it, turn it off and turn it on. And I did that, and still nothing. So, and the only reason I'm kind of bummed about that is because that's pretty much all I watch is YouTube and Amazon Video. I don't really watch any of the TV. So I'm hoping that's just maybe a glitch or something in that last update. And if it is, I'm sure it's not just me, so other people will, be letting them know, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, it's weird. But yet the SmartCast part of it still works, because I can pull up a YouTube video on my phone and then cast it to the TV, and that part works fine. So I don't know. So it's just somehow that thing is not connecting to the apps. And but I'll give them a few days. Worst case, if it's something that's on my TV that's going out, um, I'll just go buy a Fire Stick because I've got one of those on my other TV. Yes, I did try that, Mark. As a matter of fact, because a lot of times that's every time something acts up with that TV, it's always after when I turn it on and I see that V, and I'm thinking, okay, that means they've done an update because I haven't had one. So I'll reach up under there and turn, just flip the switch because I got everything plugged into one of those power strip things, and so I'll turn all that off and wait. In fact, today I turned it off and went outside with the dogs, come back in and turned it on, and still didn't do it. But what's funny is when I look on the phone, they say, well, you need to check your connection. Well, my connection's fine because it's showing on the TV when I go. It's showing that it's connected. Of course, like I said, I toggled it off there and back on and all. And it does get Wi-Fi because when I cast from my phone, it goes over there to the TV fine. It's just that my apps aren't there. So, yeah, you're right. That's the first thing because they assume everybody's an idiot, which, not everybody is, but there are a lot of them out there. But anyway, I'll give it, it's not like it's that big a deal because usually when there's something wrong, I don't even bother fooling with it. I'm like, they'll fix it in a day or two, and usually they do. So let's see here. Sean says, I have had a lot of new homeschool families start up around me, and I always recommend making design a part of the curriculum. I suggest that we, as a CNC user community, find people we can share our experiences with, as it will equip the next generation to perform even greater things. I totally agree with that statement. Let's see, Sean. Andrew says, Sean, our school system has a makerspace that is open to the public and staffed by volunteers, CNC, plasma, 3D printers, etc. Okay, cool. Well, ever since we had Doug on the other day and he did the little tour of Area 31, I always have to stop and think when I get ready to say that because I always want to say Area 50. Roswell. But Area 31. I thought, well, maybe I should inquire here locally and see if there's anything with CNC stuff. So that might be fun to do. All righty. So what's everybody's big Labor Day plans? You have any family get-togethers or cooking out or any of that kind of stuff? I hadn't really. I mean, I know the first Monday of September is Labor Day, but somehow this whole thing has just kind of snuck up on me because this whole year to me has gone by so fast. And I know everybody else is probably just the opposite, like, oh God, I don't think 2020 will ever get over with. But like I said, things around here haven't changed much at all because I'm a homebody, don't go anywhere. But it just seems like the days go by so quick. Let's see, he says, yeah, Clyde, I get that every once in a while. Wi-Fi, but no internet. Okay. Mark says he's going to be working in the yard, 2 projects half finished, 3 more waiting in the wings. All righty. It's it says we usually have a hurricane for Labor Day. I don't know. I don't know if you're going to get a chance this time. I noticed the next thing. Let's see. The next two, I think, is Omar. I hope that's what it was. I think it was Omar and Nana. The next two, and they were talking about how at this point in the year they're usually not all the way up to the O's and the N's as far as the naming of the hurricanes. So, all right, Mary's says she's going to be traveling, taking my mom back home to Georgia. Okay, good. Have a safe trip doing that. Yeah, they've had a lot of hurricanes and tropical storms and all that. I watched it this morning, and they showed I think it's Omar. I hope that's what it is. And it looks like it was heading down to like lower Mexico somewhere. And I don't know where Nana was headed. She was still pretty far out. Doug says he's going to be smoking something. I think you mean on the grill there, Doug, just to clarify. With the smoker, not the George says he's having a children come see dad weekend. Well, that sounds pretty awesome. That sounds pretty awesome to me. Dave's going to be finishing his countertops. Okay. Bill's got a little motivational thing. Everyone have a great day. Live life, not fear. You have value. You have worth. Absolutely. Absolutely. And my time is just about up. We've got about 30 seconds left, looks like. Nana headed to Belize. Well, maybe I got them mixed up then. And Omar out to the Atlantic, because I was thinking it was the other way around. Or maybe the news had them labeled wrong. Yeah. Larry says he'll probably make something on the Gatton. That sounds like a plan right there. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. Clyde's going to be making signs for the campground. Oh, come on, Jim. You can do better than this. Painting a bedroom, pulling up carpet. Man, you live on the edge, buddy. I'm telling you. All right, guys. Well, that was my little timer noise. Any of you, I know there's a lot of you guys out there that are CNC. So if you're not doing nothing this afternoon, come check out the Gatton CNC Live. I've got my little board set up. Be trying to show just some basic wiring things for those of you who just insist on doing it yourself. And it's not that hard. It's not that hard. But I'm going to be showing a particular motion controller card. And I think what I'm going to do is, and I mentioned this before, is every month or so, after I do this show and make the little videos, because I'm going to do some videos to put on my website showing, okay, if you have this wired wrong, here's what happens, and show the motor doing the weird things that you see. So hopefully that will help some people. I'll have something to reference. But yeah, after I get done with this card, we'll try something else, maybe a smooth stepper, or maybe just a regular breakout board with UC100 motion controller. So just doing different things so people can see the difference in the wiring setup. But most of it's pretty basic and doesn't change that much. So anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Y'all have an awesome hump day, and we will see y'all tomorrow for number 238. See you guys.